Artisan Horn Beetle. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 green insect creature token for each counter you put on creatures under your control this turn. This card is phenomenal. So, always play it. I mean, obviously, if you have +1 on counters, always play this, but I don't know why you wouldn't have +1 counters. You probably would need more than 4 effects for this to be worth it. And it's for each one, so if you put like 4 counters down, then you get 4 creatures. 4 1/1s. It's just a bonkers card. It's kind of weird. You're also Sproutling. Tuna Green Kicker. If it was kicked, return target card with the kicker ability. Yeah, this card's great. Always play it. 5 mana 3/3 draw card. I'm on board. Roiling Regrowth. Sacrifice a land, search library for up to 2 basic land cards, and put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. This card's great, always play it. I mean, assuming you have landfall abilities. I mean, why wouldn't you? Right? Assuming you have any landfalls. Obviously, it's at its best in green-red, but it also allows you to just splash another color. So, you should almost always play this card. Skyclay Pickaxe. When there's a battlefield, attach it to a target creature you control. Whenever land enters a battlefield under your control, a creature gets +2/+2 until its turn. This card's great. This card's great. I think you should probably almost all the time play it. Assuming that you're trying to attack to win. But it doesn't, it's not just +2/+2, it allows your smaller creatures to actually attack into bigger ones. And so it actually, like, if this is attached to a 2/2 and you play a land, it becomes a 4/4, you're gonna attack through a 3/3. The landfall wasn't like +2/+2, it actually just dealt 4 damage. Because a major 2/2 that was normally unable to attack, actually able to attack. And plus, with the 6 mana 6/5 trample that bounces 2 of your lands, you're always gonna have things for this, right? You're always gonna have land drops if you want them. The fact that it's 1 mana means that it doesn't ever affect you, like, because you can, like, I can imagine you go 2-drop, 3-drop, and then you play this on your 2-drop, and then you play a land, you attack, and then you play a 3-drop, right? That's what's going to happen a vast majority of the time, and it's going to be great in those situations. So I think you should. This is probably the best, one of the best of the cycle. The black one was really bad. The red one was really bad. I don't even remember what the blue one did, if there was a blue one. The white one was a rare, so it is, yeah. So this might be the, second best one, I guess. Spring Mantle Cleric. When there's a battlefield, +1/+1 counter on each color of mana spent to cast it. This card is phenomenal. You're always going to play it, even if you're a 2-color deck. It's a 5 mana 4/5. It's going to be better than that, and it's a cleric. Yep, always play it. Taunting Arbor Mage. Kicker 3. When there's a battlefield, if it was kicked, all creatures able to block target creature this turn do so. It's also a wizard. So it's like it's an okay stat line for 3. It has kicker, so like your other creature, kicker matters cards can find it. Yep, you're probably always going to play this card. Bestwood Surge. Search your life for up to 2 basic land cards put on the battlefield. Man, there's so much mana fixing in green. It's just like generic search for basic lands. Wow. Then shuffle your library. If this spell was kicked, put 2 counters on each creature you control. Obviously amazing with the Artisan Horn Beetle, because you have like 3 creatures out, then you get 6 1/1s afterwards, right? Yeah. Yeah. This is a lot better than historically other types of these effects have ever been. So I think you're probably always gonna play this card. Especially if you have any landfall abilities, which you probably will. I can imagine this being the bananas in a green-red. So. Yeah, it's similar to Wild Onslaught, which was a playable card in the past. But Wild Onslaught, I think the front side was a lot better. This is Wild Onslaught. Which just was 4 mana, put a counter each creature you control. If it was kicked, put 2 instead. Which is like obviously 8 mana, same output as this. But you also get 2 lands with this one. Yeah. It's probably good enough to always play. Vine Gekko. Oops. The first kick spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast a kick spell, put a counter on this. Yeah, I mean, assuming you have kicker spells, you always play this card. If you don't, then you don't play it. It's a pretty easy one. And assuming if you have, like, this is your green-blue card is what it looks like. You probably need like 5 or 6. So if you have 5 or 6, it turns into a 2-mana 3/3, right? Good enough. Yeah, into the Royal with Kicker, if you have 2 Vine Geckos out, cost blue, right? That's where it would matter, basically. Yeah. I think this is probably potentially a bomb in green-blue. Blue has a ton of Kicker cards. It is weird that it is Divine Gekko, and it looks like it's trying to eat a flyer in the text box, and it doesn't have reach. That is weird. It is not part of your party, which is fine. Is this probably going to be a 2-mana 3/3 or a 2-mana 4/4? That also produces mana. Great. Veteran Adventurer is also a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. Wow. It's going to be like a 4-mana 5/5 Vigilance. Wow. This card is phenomenal. Yeah, you're always going to play this. Like, you could have 0 creatures in your party and you would probably still play this card. 6 mana 5/5 Vigilance is a card you would just play. So, yeah. And it also is the Changeling, right? Has all the card types. And it also costs 1 less. Okay, yeah. This card is weirdly, like, insane. It's an insane uncommon. Crazy. Crazy insane uncommon. Wow. Huh. 4 cost 5/5 Vigilance is what it's going to be a vast majority of the time. Dang. Alright. And it's better than that. Better than a 4 cost 5/5 Vigilance because it's all card creature types. Wow. Return target card from your graveyard to your... Yeah, always play it. Phenomenal card. Target creature you control fights. Target creature you don't control. Yep. It's an instant. Yep, always play it. Tangledfluorohedron. You're probably... I would say you're probably... this is a spell, right? So don't replace lands with these cards. I would say. I think you're going to cast them a vast majority of the time. This is actually one you could cut a land for this one. But I think you're going to play it as a land a vast majority of the time. I think it's pretty unlikely you're going to play it as a 2-mana 1/1. This is one you would also cut a land for. This is going to be a land a vast majority of the time. Again, you're going to play all 4 of these, but these 2 you cut out lands, these 2 you do not. So, like, if you were playing a normal green deck, you would play like 17 basics in addition to these. Is what I would expect. You can maybe play 16 in 2 of these. Like, maybe these count as half a lands. But these count as, like, basically full lands. Because you're not going to cast these a vast majority of the time. Like, maybe 25, maybe 20% of the time you're going to cast them. Whereas these, it's going to be like 80% of the time you're going to cast them.